And welcome back to Let's Get Physical. This is Riven. Riven Remake came out 2 days ago, which is June 25th, 2024. And I really love this series of Myst. Myst is probably one of my favorite games, and then this is probably my second out of the Riven series, the Myst series. Riven is really good. So I decided to make a PC big box. So I printed this out. And I think it turned out rather well. It's super glossy. But so let's see what's on the inside. On the inside, we got the Riven discs, and we got the companion guide. So if you get the deluxe edition on GOG, you get the art book and the companion guide. They're digital form, but I printed them out and I bounded them. So you don't get these, unfortunately. I don't think there's a physical edition, except for if you make it yourself. But we'll go back to those two in a second. So the first thing I was going to do, I was printing this and just put it on a disc and put it inside. And I didn't do that, so I decided to do the other version that you saw there before, or this one that's going to be showing up. But this is the old manual from a Riven 98 version. I think it even says like Windows 95 in here somewhere. But anyway, it's the old version, and I just put that on the new one. But I found out it came with a companion guide, so I didn't need to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the old cover back on, the original Riven, and I'm going to put the OG in here with the soundtrack and the game disc. So I'll have both. I'll have the original and the remake. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So it'll be like the complete edition, I guess you could say. But so this is what I settled on with once I found out everything was in the deluxe edition. It's the slipcover. I really like the new logo that they used. The game disc and the audio disc, I used a 100 gigabyte audio disc on 100 gigabyte Blu-ray disc on this one. The reason why is because it's about 25 gigs, 20 to 25 gigs depending on the file. So I have the install and the can run off the disk on both Windows and Mac OS. It barely fit onto this disk. And you can run it off the disk, but I don't recommend it because it's kind of slow in streaming in assets. Not the fault of the creators because they didn't design it for audio tracks, or not audio tracks, for discs. When you make a disc, you want to like streamline it. So like whatever area is there, it's all close together. And it works okay. It's just sometimes it takes a little while to load in the data. And obviously you want to put it on your SSD because, yeah, it's just way too slow. Sometimes. And if you're a fan of Riven, you should recognize this corridor. And if you're just starting, well, you'll know what this is soon enough. So I'm really excited to play this. I'm playing it now, obviously, but I wanted to do this project first, so now I could take some time to enjoy the game. I don't know, it's something I really wanted to do this physical edition. Here's the companion book. The companion book didn't turn out too well the first time. So the first time, this is it. Like you can tell, like the fonts don't match. I didn't have the right font. I don't know what happened, but it didn't load right. So it defaulted to something else, and the fonts are really ugly. I really hated it, and it's backwards. Like, see, the table of contents are back because I accidentally, I flipped it around 90 degrees and bounded it that way. And this is why I do prototyping first. I even did a prototyping on the box. Like everything before, I always do one before I put it on the good paper. Like this is just normal stock, cardstock, not glossy. And so I'm glad I did, because holy crap, I botched this one up so bad. The glue I was using was a little too old too. It didn't work really well. And I didn't, obviously this is trimmed wrong, because I was going to, bind it from this end and then, trim off the white, but it didn't happen that way. So I do mistakes. The companion guide turned out really well. Now that with, I'm trying not to bend it because I want to preserve it. But you know how it is with softback books. You don't want to crease it or anything if you want to collect it. So that's why I'm being really careful with it. But the manual turned out really well, or the companion book. And the right font and everything. So yeah, I'm really happy. This is a really good book. If you have a chance to pick up the deluxe edition, I will highly recommend it. The cool part is this bad boy. This is the Riven, the art book. And this is also the prototype. And I'm actually surprised how well it turned out. This is standard paper, so it's not glossy. The thing with laser printers, though, is that it's glossy. Like the toner is, not the paper. So even though it still looks pretty good, though the paper does make a huge difference. But so it's really cool. I'm really glad they gave the Starry Expanse people some credit too. But actually, I don't know how this turned out so well compared to this one. I did the companion guide first. That's probably why, when I realized how many mistakes I did. But this one turned out really well. I'm going to keep this, but this is the one I'm going to read. So I'm glad that this one turned out so well. I did print it on glossy paper. The only reason is I'm waiting. I posted this project on Reddit, and people kept asking me on other projects too. It's how do you bind the books and how do you do things with the... So I decided I'm going to make a video on binding this. So this will be the next week video sometime, showing you how I bind some stuff. But yeah, let's get something to show. Yeah, you can tell instantly the colors look a little better. And it's definitely on glossy paper, so it looks so much better. I am planning to get an inkjet. I think inkjets are better for some artwork, but for manuals and stuff, laser is king. Boxes too. But for photographs, I think inkjet is better. Maybe not by much, because this actually looks really good. It's a higher resolution laser printer too. So it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I bind this next week. I just wanted to show you that I do have a good one, but I'm actually happy how the prototype turned out. But anyway, that is Let's Get Physical for the Riven Big Box Edition. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.